Gigi Variety reading FoodWISE section on sustainability. And this is the very last section in the book before the recipes. Sustainability is partly about what our agricultural practices are doing to the world around us. To reiterate a few problems we've looked at, the effects of chemical pesticides on other life forms. We've mentioned the case of glyphosate. Uncertainties about effects of genetic engineering and other technologies on the structure of farm communities, impacts of farming practices on greenhouse gases and global climate change, and effects of subsidies and other policies and programs on farm size and farming practices. For me, one good way to make food decisions is to try to think local, true blue, more than global green. Even if that global food bears an organic sticker and the local food does not. Even if you consider just the fossil fuels used in transport and industrial scale food manufacturing, it's easy to see why buying from overseas or even from the other side of the United States isn't necessarily wise. Maybe. In the next paragraph, I talk about an interesting book that looks at bananas and many other foods and asks, are bananas really that bad in terms of the energy used to transport those foods? And then earlier in the book, I talked about food miles, which is usually a reference to how much energy, how much fuel it takes to transport foods. But you might be surprised because bananas aren't all that bad. So here's an NPR story for you. It's a little old, but it's relevant. Should we eat locally or should we eat differently? And I'm asking the same kind of question.